Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Dishonored. Last time when we left off we had just finished successfully kidnapping Anton Sokolov and bringing him back to the Hound Pit's pub. We're now ready for another interlude here.
Tempting surgery with such tools will reveal something. But not what you think. It's... Do not stop pouring, sir.
I hope they don't have to hurt him. He's done some good in his time. Made that elixir against the plague, he did. Clever man, Sokolov. Look what it led him to.
How strange. I guess it's missing the sound file. Anyway... So we want to go through the water over to that bridge. I'd rather not get chewed on by hagfish if I can help it. There's a river crust over there. Well, let's deal with it. Now that river crust actually disappears if you sleep in your bed, so you can only get it during this first little section. Let's swim on back now. Here's Piero.
Normally, I'm a natural philosopher, but today, consider me a humble craftsman here to serve.
New upgrade available. The blueprint you've brought to Piero unlocks this upgrade, Boot Stealth 1. Oh, look at this. I can buy runes, too. Didn't even know that. Alright, we got boot stealth. That's pretty great. Let's buy some runes. Oh, that's it. I guess we can only buy one. I have 6. Okay. So let's head into the workshop.
Now that we have Sokolov as a guest, ask him how he deluded the Academy into making him royal physician. Ask him how he stole my elixir formula. Will you do that for me?
Grab the roll of copper wire between the two buildings here. Here's Cecilia.
Corvo, can I tell you something? I have a secret retreat nearby that may come in handy if the city watch ever kicks in the doors. It's an abandoned apartment across the street from the bar. I don't think anyone else here knows about it, but I'm guessing I can trust you. The key is stashed under my bunk upstairs. If there's ever trouble, you can go there for safety. I know I will.
Cecilia has a key stashed under her bunk bed. It opens an abandoned apartment across the street from the pub.
Yes, Mr. Corvo. I'll make sure your quarters are clean, sir. So much dust. It must blow down from the upper city. They let that Emily run wild. It's not how I do it, if you don't mind my saying. Restless hands do no good, they say.
Alright, let's go upstairs then. Here's Lydia.
La di da di da di da, la di da di da, la di da di da da da, la di da da da. Oh, how do you do, sir? Ah, I apologize for my state. I could use a long soak in the bath. So relaxing. What a treat that would be, hmm? You're a bold one, Master Corvo, snatching the royal physician like that. That poor man. I hope you won't be too rough with him.
Alright, now I saw Wallace. Let's go chat with him. Where did he go?
Officers of the Watch, display your pride in Dunwall by respecting the property and rights of others in these trying times, and preserving the timeless beauty of our fair city.
Well, I'll find him eventually. Let's go in here for now. Over here we've got medicinal herbs and powdered crystal, which are new. There's Wallace.
Lord Pendleton has departed for the evening to attend to matters at the manor. It concerns the departure of his brothers. I'm sure you understand. I want you to know I understand your actions with regards to Custis and Morgan. They were horrible men. Lord Pendleton shares little with his brothers, other than name. The stories I could tell you about what my lord's older brothers did to some of the staff, especially the maids. It's beyond my station, but I must say they were beasts, dressed as nobles. Lord Pendleton will return on the morrow.
Okay.
Attention, Dunwall citizens.
Now let's go
You
to
are required
Pendleton's
to
room.
boil any water from public fountains. Anyone who has consumed untreated water must be reported to the Watch.
There's a bottle of hemlock essence here and a new audiograph.
Lord Pendleton Memoirs, Chapter 41, in which I bed 2 of the Boyle women and only missed the 3rd by virtue of some inclement weather. It was the month of rain, and to counter the gloom, the Boyle ladies hosted 3 nights of merriment by invitation only. Lydia was most fetching in lavender pants and a tunic of yellow silk. She was pleased with me from the moment I walked in the door, with my manservant bringing not 1 but 2 cases of effervescent wine from the south. In fact, I had come laden with gifts, such that all 3 Boyle women soon took notice, and they set out to make me more than welcome. We uncorked the wine right away, and as night fell, we... Wallace! Confound these interruptions.
Alright, let's check Havelock's room. He and Martin are in here.
Don't worry. We won't start the interrogation without you.
Emily,
Give me a length of rope and a bucket of seawater. That's all I need to break a man. The royal physician has a subtle mind. He may attempt to trick us. He's only a natural philosopher. How tough could he be? Good work, Corvo. Get some rest and we'll take a crack at him tomorrow.
Where do I find a good meal around here? If you think prison food's bad, you should see what the Abbey serves its captives. I think the overseers make it themselves. I wonder what Piero thinks of our guest. I still wake up thinking I'm in the stocks. The nursemaid Callista is quite fetching, huh? Or maybe I've been in prison too long. I'll sleep like the dead tonight.
We're getting closer to reaching our goals, but our position is becoming more dangerous. You don't house and feed a half dozen people without leaving telltale traces. Riverboats pass day and night, and the looters are going to start gathering once they're sure the plague has burned the place out. I conclude, if our enemies are not dead by the month of wind, we will be. There's a sadness in Emily, but she's strong. Weathering the death of her mother just a half a year ago better than most grown men I've known. Once we take Dunwall Tower, I'll see that her life is better. I've always thought that I'd command the Navy in her name, but sometimes I wonder if I shouldn't just take the title Lord Regent and do it properly.
Alright. Let's see. He is returning now with Anton Sokolov over his shoulder. Simply amazing. Not only can Corvo project lethal force, he can do an extraction that I didn't think possible. And soon the two greatest minds of the Empire will be here, together. If I could get these rivals to cooperate, they could create weapons and tools of unimaginable power. If I could command both of them, well, I'll wait and measure their dispositions toward one another before following that line of thought. Okay, we've read all that, so let's go out to the tower next. Oops. Oh wait, there's one other thing I need to do, if Lydia will let me through. We need to grab the key from under Cecilia's bunk to get to the abandoned apartment. It's somewhere in here.
Attention Dunwall citizens.
There it is.
Due to the rise in the population of plague rats, you are warned to stay out of uninhabited buildings.
Now let's go up. We'll head to the tower first. Visit Emily and Callista. There's also a little bit of loot in here.
Please be as quiet as you can. It took forever for Emily to fall asleep. Poor dear. It's okay, Emily, I'm here. She seems happier when you're here. Though I know you have important things to do. Out there, in the city. She still has bad dreams, though it's understandable given all she's been through. Sometimes she calls out your name. Sometimes she cries for her mother. Little Emily. Someday soon an empress, but only an exhausted child at the moment. Poor girl. She's been through so much. I hate to say it, but we're counting on you to make things better. I'll stay right here, by her side all night.
Please, please leave a candle for me. It gets dark in here and I can't see my mother. I just want a candle. Where is Corvo? No! Mother, run! No! Corvo! I don't like your eyes. Why are they so black? Stop looking at me.
Okay, well what about over here? There's a chunk of Tibian ore.
Corvo, please.
There's hardly a need to work on table etiquette. She knows it all, even if she chooses not to employ it. She'd rather hold her spoon by the wrong end and pretend it's a sword. Then suddenly she changes and she's all manners, asking for a tea party. I tried to oblige her, but I have little to work with. No proper plates. Instead of a cloth napkin, I've only the bar rag. Ale mugs instead of teacups. I've asked for things befitting her, but they have their minds on other things. For now, Emily and I decided to make a pretend dinner using paper and little things she's found here and there. On the floor, I suppose. Not right for a princess, but it'll have to do.
The
Must
GC. And she drew her mom, too. But that's it for here.
Emily needs rest.
So let's go to Corvo's room. You can only get this next bit of loot if you took the non-lethal option for dealing with the Pendletons. Lord Pendleton's reward. Corvo, this matter with my brothers has not been pleasant at all, so I don't wish to discuss it further. However, I really must thank you. I've heard that you found some other means of neutralizing them without taking their lives. Ingenious. Wherever they are, even if they are miserable, they are alive at least, so perhaps someday I will see them again. Lord Trevor Pendleton. And we got 2 ingots. Now, before we go to sleep, we have access to 2 new areas. First, we have Cecilia's apartments. Let's head over there. One of these.
Attention Dunwall citizens. Be aware that looting of evacuated areas is a serious offense and will be summarily punished by officers of the Watch. Display your pride in Dunwall by respecting the property and rights of others in these trying times and preserving the timeless beauty of our fair city.
So we have some hemlock essence. A bone charm. Plague resistant. Weepers inflict slightly less damage. Up on the very top shelf, there's an Imperial cameo worth 150. In here, there's some processed whale oil.
Attention, Dunwall citizens. You are required to boil any water from public fountains or the river. Anyone who has consumed untreated water must be reported to the Watch.
But we can also enter the kennels now. Let's go check them out, too. Well, we can't... My mistake. We can't get into the kennels until after we sleep. So let's go sleep now. Then we'll be able to explore the kennels. And move the story along. Time to rest.
Corvo, wake up! You were making funny faces while you were sleeping. I decided to nap here in your room while Callista was taking her bath. She told me if there's ever trouble, I should always run here.
You can stay here whenever you want.
Callista will come get me when she's done with her bath. Thanks, Corvo. It makes me feel better.
Okay. Looks like we can't really talk to Emily, but it's time to go interrogate Sokolov.
Well, Mr. Sokolov has certainly recovered. A good night's sleep has left him with an appetite.
Excuse me.
The Ascendancy Circle has chosen T. Martin to be High Overseer. Let us all praise their choice.
Oh, Piero.
I know it looks... I was inventing a new kind of lock. The tumblers, shaped like snowflakes. Okay. The truth is, there is no snowflake lock. I was just, looking through the lock.
I'd rather you didn't spy on people here, Piero.
I couldn't bear it if she knew. I know you're a man of honor, and I also know that you can kill me at any time. And for both of these reasons, I apologize and beg for your discretion. If you require my unique services, we can quickly return to my shop.
I've got what I need, and I can scavenge for the rest. Let's talk to Cecilia.
The young lady Emily was trying to sneak into your quarters while you slept, sir. I don't think she meant any harm. First you joined us, then Overseer Martin, then Lady Emily, and Mr. Sokolov. More dishes and laundry for me. At least make me feel safer. At one time, we used to have colorful bedding. Someone bleached it all trying to kill plague germs. It's gotten so bad that I can barely walk anyway, even during the day. Those dogs from the City Watch are terrible. Just mean. No one here can sing. I think we could use some song here. Some music.
Serious offense.
We can bust on in and talk to Callista.
By officers of the watch.
Can't you see I'm about to bathe?
I'm sorry, Callista, it wasn't my intention to intrude.
I understand. It was an accident. We have such a hard time maintaining privacy in such a crowded house, don't we? I can't believe this. When I took this job, they told me I'd work with good men.
I think Piero has been spying on you when you bathe. Or I'll leave you now.
Thank you for being a gentleman. Now, if you'll excuse me, if you don't mind, obviously I'd like to be alone in here. Excuse me, a lady needs her privacy. Have you never seen a woman before? Not all of us are empresses.
See, we haven't found Wallace yet, so let's keep our eyes open for him.
Attention Dunwall citizens. You are required to boil any water from public fountains or the river. Anyone who has consumed untreated water must be reported to the watch.
The High Overseer is supposed to be the most pious man in the Empire, living completely in alignment with the Seven Strictures and guiding the people in the religious faction towards spiritual health. Campbell was a farce. If not for all the blackmail material he accumulated, he'd have never been more than a lower-level initiate among overseers. The Admiral Lord Pendleton and I have already begun using some of what we've learned from Campbell's Black Book, Corvo. You've given us powerful leverage to get the overseers on our side. I can't thank you enough. I'll speak to you later. I've got to go through Campbell's journal again. It's incredible. A decade of secrets, betrayals, and observations. Now I understand how such a man rose to the top of the Abbey. Good morning, Corvo. I believe Sokolov is awake now. The Admiral is with him now. I'm sure they are ready to start on your arrival.
We'll do that, but I want to find Wallace first. Oops. I need to talk to Samuel, too.
I'm grateful for your discretion in the technical matter.
Say what you will. The royal physician knows his wines. We must admire Lord Pendleton's composure in the face of his terrible loss. That mark on your hand, is it a tattoo or a brand? It's disturbing, I must say. Surely you're not superstitious.
Talk to Samuel.
Take as long as you like. Lydia brought me some tea, and I can wait all night. You just missed her. She's off to see Admiral Havelock, where Sokolov is being, housed.
I think that's Lord Pendleton. Talk to him too.
I hope Sokolov will cooperate. I'd hope to have him paint my portrait again one day. Just me this time. It's not that I object to holding him hostage for a while, since he's been aiding the Lord Regent, but it's a shame. I always found him rather charming.
Anton Sokolov dined with us at the manor several years ago. He is both brilliant and disgusting. I doubt he has changed much.
Bringing in Sokolov was a stroke of genius. The Lord Regent's got the support of most of the noble families. Who knows what bullying he's done to bring them all in line. We need information to break his hold.
Alright. So now we can enter the kennels.
Royal physician. I believe you and Corvo knew each other in former days. Unlike you, our friend Corvo knows what loyalty means.
Okay, I've read Whelping and Training Hounds.
Bah, I am loyal to my inner spirit. You are the one consorting with the most wanted man in the Empire.
It's my belief that Corvo was innocent in the death of the Empress, and the former spy master, or the Lord Regent, as he calls himself, is a ruthless tyrant bent on destroying the city, the heart of the Empire.
You are mistaken if you think there's love between me and our Lord Regent. But whatever you intend to do here, I assure you, I am beyond petty scare tactic.
So there's a roll of copper wire that's pretty hard to get under those stairs there.
If I don't scare you, Sokolov, perhaps these rats will. Even if they don't carry plague, I've heard of a swarm of rats stripping a child's body to the bone in half a minute. I've heard worse.
Got a hemlock essence there. And we'll wait to explore the second floor till the dialogue's over.
How long do you think it'll be before you talk? Before you beg to talk?
Rats? Is that the company you keep now, Admiral?
It's the company you keep that interests us, Sokolov. We know you painted a portrait of the Lord Regent's mistress, the very aristocrat who is funding the military with her fortune. She is the key to the Lord Regent's control over the city, and we must have her name.
Sorry, Admiral. I cannot help you.
We've read that. Let's talk to the Admiral.
It's time to put him to the question. Whenever you're ready, Corvo. He can get us closer to the Lord Regent. It's unfortunate, but this must be done.
Alright. Let's go upstairs first. It's pretty straightforward. There's a jar of medicinal herbs, a chunk of Tivian ore, and over on the other side, there's one more chunk of Tivian ore. That's all the loot we can get on this run through the Hound pits, so let's just progress the story. Try talking to Sokolov.
You're part of this rabble, but I know you have your reasons.
Yes, he does. All we need is the name of the Lord Regent's mistress. It's very simple.
I elect not to tell you. You will have to force the words from me, and I warn you, my willpower is quite legendary.
Perhaps I can find a bribe for you, Sokolov.
Curious strategy.
Of which I approve.
What does this one do?
the swill to be found here, but the fine spirits.
What are you thinking, Corvo? Perhaps a bribe will work better than duress. In the military, we rarely consider earning the trust of our opponents. It's not in our nature. Take your time. He's not going anywhere.
Alright, so we're gonna talk to Piero.
I'll leave it to you. But if you get tired of questioning Sokolov, I'll let you know that his taste for King Street brandy is legendary. I think Piero has a bottle. It might help persuade him. If not, well, call me if it gets entertaining. Bringing in Sokolov was a stroke of genius. The Lord Regent's got the support of most of the noble families. Who knows what bullying he's done to bring them all in line. We need information to break his hold. Bringing in Sokolov was a stroke of genius.
He's just repeating
himself. The Lord
himself.
Regent's got the support of most of the noble families. Who knows what bullying he's done.
I'm grateful for your discretion in the technical matter we spoke of. It's well known that Sokolov is virtually addicted to a rare liquor called King Street brandy. The taste is revolting, but I happen to have a bottle. However, I am reluctant to give it to you for Sokolov. It cost me quite a lot. It is very expensive stuff, a blend of rare Pendician spices and a drop of whale oil. Would you care to purchase it?
Sokolov is a potential ally. I'll take the brandy.
What will I say when Sokolov has passed?
Piero's workshop key.
Something like this, perhaps. Sokolov is dead. Gone forever. We were rivals at the Academy, yes. He was jealous of my agile brain and youthful energies. But he's dead now. And what can I say of Sokolov? He did improve on some inventions. He did well for himself in his way. He had many admirers among the aristocracy, especially those who lack a solid background in matters
I'm
of
grateful
natural
for your
law.
discretion in the technical
He was
matter we
a
spoke of.
painter of portraits. They say his work was genius. That remains to be seen. Time will tell.
Okay.
I'm grateful for your discretion in the
We'll
technical
head back to
matter.
Sokolov now. Excuse me.
Bringing in Sokolov was a stroke of genius.
I had a flask in my...
I found a bottle of King Street for you.
King Street brandy? I didn't know any more existed. It is an extraordinary gift. I see I'm dealing with men of taste. I can tell you this much. She was always referred to as Lady Boyle. I painted her to be sure, but I never saw her face or learned her first name. You see, I painted her from behind. I assure you, she still makes a striking portrait. But I do not know which Boyle she is. I was to be introduced to her at a masked ball in her honor this very night. But I will miss that party, it seems.
A masked ball at the Boyle estate. Tonight? The timing is perfect, Corvo. But the Boyles are wealthy and ruthless, so security will be very tight.
Of course, you already have a mask, don't you, Corvo?
He's right. You will be able to mingle with them once you're on the grounds. You have to find out which of the Boyle women is connected to the Lord Regent, and take her out, in whatever way you can devise. We're very close now. If you do this tonight, we'll be able to strike at the Lord Regent himself, and put Emily on the throne. May the wind favor you.
I swear I never saw her face. Although I can vouch that her hindquarters are the finest in the city. And perhaps the Empire itself. I assume I will remain in this kennel for the duration of your little protest movement. I don't suppose you have anything to read. Wilmot's History of the Lesser Perversions, perhaps? You're mistaken if you think I care a fig for the Lord Regent. The man's neurotic. He's the source of most of our trouble, I suspect. You're a far more interesting person than I took you for, Corvo. One day we'll have quite a conversation. I never believed you were the one to strike down the Empress, Corvo. She cared for you greatly. But I suspect you'll be the man to put the next Empress on the throne.
Okay, Havelock left at some point.
I hear you're off to the Boyles' little bash tonight. I have just a tiny favor I'd like to ask you. Could you give this note to Lord Shaw? You'll know him. A rather brusque man wearing a wolf's mask. In fact, he may be looking for me.
I knew Sokolov would see reason and tell us what we need to know. He never actually liked the Lord Regent.
I'll be sorry to miss the whole affair. But you know how it is. Top secret missions and all that.
It's rather important. I wouldn't trust anyone but you to deliver the message to Lord Shaw. The note is brief, but Lord Shaw will understand it. Watch yourself among the Lord Regent's noble bootlickers. I do hate to bother you with the matter of this message, but it's of importance, and you'll be able to handle it better than anyone else, I assure you.
Have you ever been in a sea battle?
Of course.
Did you ever see pirates? And did you sink any?
Of course. Dozens. Oh, yes. But that's not for young girls to hear about.
But I will be Empress, won't I? And then I'll have to sink lots of enemy ships myself. And that's what Empresses do mostly, isn't it?
Of course.
I knew it! I read that some pirate ships have witches aboard that can cause storms and make whales do what they want. Is that true?
Yes. Mostly. Maybe we should be quiet now.
Very well.
A masked ball. You happen to have the most clever mask of them all. Entering a hive of aristocrats, all who live to kiss the Lord Regent's backside. I'd rather swim with the hagfish. Lord Pendleton is an exception, of course. The Boyle family is notorious in high society for their decadence and cruelty. I wish you well. Getting in and out of Boyle Manor won't be trivial. You could apply force or guile. Trust your gut in knowing which is the best approach. That thing with the brandy, simply brilliant.
Excuse me.
I'm grateful for your discretion in the technical matter we spoke of.
I thought I saw Emily go in here, but...
I'm grateful for your discretion in the technical matter we spoke of.
Nope, nope. Nope.
Attention Dunwall citizens. Anyone with information leading to the location and return of the royal physician is required to speak to the City Watch at once.
I would have thought maybe she came back here. Where the hell did she go? She's the only one we still need to talk to before we leave.
Attention Dunwall citizens. Due to the rise in the population of plague rats, you are warned to stay out of uninhabited buildings.
Dice.
So, you've already pried into the mind of the great Sokolov. I must admit, with both you and Sokolov, it's rather thrilling to have such brilliant figures here with us. I wonder if Sokolov's relatives
See, that's Callista. That's Cecilia or Lydia. Piero. Where the hell did Emily go? That's Lydia.
Attention Dunwall citizens. Due to the rise in the population of plague rats, you are warned to stay out of uninhabited buildings.
Dice.
There she is.
Everything was so fancy at the Golden Cap, but in a different way than the palace was fancy. The old Madame Prudence said that all the ladies are princesses and the men come to admire them. My doll, Mrs. Pilson, was there the day my mother died. We both saw it. I bet Mrs. Pilson would have liked it there. I hope she's safe, wherever she is. If I ever see my doll again, I'm going to declare a holiday across the Empire.
Alright.
The Boyle costume ball, huh? Well, that'll be fun, but not for everybody. You ready?
Yes, take me to the Boyle estate, Samuel. The Boyle estate. Lady Boyle's last party. You've learned that the Lord Regent's strongest supporter is Lady Boyle. However, 3 women in the Boyle family are referred to as Lady Boyle, the wife of the late Lord Boyle and her sisters. Sokolov painted Lady Boyle from behind under unusual circumstances and does not know which is actually the Lord Regent's ally. You're being sent to the posh Boyle estate on the night of a costume party in order to determine which Lady Boyle you must eliminate.
Lord Regent's pulling out all the stops for the Boyle family. I didn't think there'd be tall boys patrolling here tonight. Watch yourself, Corvo. They don't fool around. The good news is, once you get to the party, that mask of yours will let you blend right in. Enjoy your evening out with the folk of quality. Better you than me.
The estate district.
I think that old woman they call Granny Rags used to live around here. Makes sense that a lunatic like her would be neighbors with Lady Boyle.
One of the Boyle ladies is guilty. Her identity must be uncovered. Blend in at the masked party to discover the target.
If half the stories about the Boyle family are true, I wouldn't want to step foot onto the Boyle estate. The streets will be hostile until you get to the party itself. Have good luck in there. Don't let them fool you. These people are rich, but they're cutthroats just the same.
All right.
Attention citizens, please clear the streets. This area is restricted to invited guests only, by request of the local landowners. Unauthorized intruders will be expelled or apprehended on sight.
Okay, so that was a weeper. The party's over there. Let's head down here first. There's just a single coin laying in this alleyway. I think we have a tall boy fairly close to us. Oh no, he's still on the other side of the bridge. Okay. That's good. We head over here.
This place gives me the creeps. Didn't old Granny Rags used to live right here?
Who? That crazy old lady?
They say she used to be a noblewoman until her whole family died off. They say she sold them to the outsider.
How about this? You do your damn job, and I'll watch out for scary old ladies.
I'm gonna find you at some point. Come on.
I was gonna say, the one who's not a guard has a purse we need to pickpocket.
I know you're around here. Somewhere.
Shoot. I need to be smarter about this.
Come out. I'll find you eventually.
They don't normally look up. Oh well.
Come out. I'll find you eventually.
Oh, come on. Got him. All right, good. All right, got him. Also around here, there are 3 rolls of copper wire. There's 1. There's 2. And 3. something I need to look around for. Guard shack here. Okay. Must not be the right spot. Well, let's head up here. An unknown assailant for the abduction of Anton Sokolov. Oh shit, a tall boy. And there's a weeper in there. Wonder if the tall boy will kill the weeper for me. He'll certainly deal with the rat swarm. Weeper's dealt with. It's just another entrance. But this is, I guess, where Granny Rags used to live. Go away, he doesn't live here anymore. Dreary. Oh, there's another weeper in here. Granny Rags' diary. I can't trust him. You can't love what you don't trust. That's the song the birdies sing when the weather turns cold and forces them out of their nice homes they built. Nice homes spoiled, spoiled and ruined, useless now. So the birdies hate the weather that betrayed them. They fly away to look for new homes that aren't so cold and dreary, dreary, dreary. I'm leaving too. My valise is packed, so dreary everywhere I look I can't bear it anymore. Oh, and there's another weeper. Gonna spawn in behind me, I guess. Yep. So let's try getting into this room. Esma Boyle is a rutting hound. Another one? Good grief. That one's just staying there. So we got some medicinal herbs. And a rune.
Going to a party, Corvo? Is that what you dreamed of? All those months in Coldridge Prison while waiting for the executioner? Wealth, beautiful women in the latest fashions, laughing and drinking Tivian wine? And what of the host, Lady Boyle? I can see all her tomorrows, and I know that either she dies tonight at your hand, or she'll live out her days, month after month, year after year, far away, even as her fine clothes wear into tatters and her silken hair gets dull and gray. Half the city can see the lights from the party, and they dream of the delights inside. Will you tear it all to pieces? Either way, it's Lady Boyle's last party.
Alright, we got a new rune. I think that puts me at 7 out of 8 for level 2 of Ben time. That other Weeper is still just sitting there. Right, over here we've got Hemlock Essence, Powdered Crystal, and a coin of 5. Let's get the Bone Charm. Healthy Appetite 1. Food heals you slightly more. I like that. You wanted me to decide. You asked me to do it. There's a hole in the world. I need to get to the roof next. Deal with yet another Weeper. It finally moved, that's good. There's a single coin right here. Now, I don't think there's any non-lethal way to deal with tall boys, so I'm going to try to just dodge them. We can get into another apartment over here. We've got powdered crystal and 2 medicinal herbs. And over here by the radiator there's a coin of 5. And we can also read up on the estate district. Excerpt from a historical overview of the estate district. Home to some of the most powerful families in Dunwall, the estate district has been a jewel in the city's crown for generations. No district enjoys finer restaurants or cultural events, and no families inspire more admiration or more gossip than the lords and ladies of the estate district. The late Lord Boyle and his lovely wife perhaps best epitomize this privileged class of citizens. Their annual costume ball is the talk of high society, creating ripples throughout Dunwall when one family or another is excluded from the guest list. But it's not all play that drives the Boyles. On several occasions, they've generously brought in poor laborers from elsewhere in the city for a week or two to work on their garden or home, providing vital employment for those who need it most. With so much history, the estate district has also seen its share of trouble as fortunes are made and lost. The great Preston Moray and his eccentric wife Vera were once the toast of Dunwall before tragedy struck and they fell into ruin. Riddled with canals and large homes that enjoy historical preservation tax breaks, the estate district is a place to which we can all aspire. In here, there's a bottle of processed whale oil and a bundle of king sparrow feathers. Gotta be careful of the tall boys. Inside this guard shack, we can get a coin of 5 from the locker. And inside this trash bin, there's another single coin we can also grab. There's our next rune, and with that we can finally get bend time level 2. Now let me think. I do not need Devouring Swarm. I do not need Wind Blast. I think next I want Agility, which is going to take 2 runes for level 1. Alright, now here on the other side of the river, we head all the way over here. There's a single coin to find. Let me make an anchor save. I haven't done that in a while. We head back this way, We can check the guard shack on this side. Where there's a coin of 5. So, there are several ways into the estate, of course, but there are some coins we can only get if we approach the main entrance first. There are 3 guests there, 2 of whom we need to pickpocket, so I'm probably not going to take the main gate to actually get inside, but I need to pickpocket those coins so they don't disappear, so I'm going to do that next. Need to keep an eye on that tall boy. Neutral zone reached. Try to blend in. The party is a neutral zone. Try to blend in.
Inside?
Never. Oh, I have. Last year, Oh, there went my invitation.
Maddie, don't chase after that. You don't know what's in those buildings.
No place is safe anymore. I don't understand what's happened to this city.
Teach him to best made cards, the half-wit. Oh, yes. They're going to wear the same.
So we got those 2 purses. And we can also grab the invitation. I was worried the tall boy was going to hear that. There's more to do out on the street before we actually go in. I don't really like that either. I should probably just wait. And then do it this way. There we go.
Teach him to best make cards, the half-wit.
That was a terrible blink. Alright, let's see if we can get this guard. That's not a good enough spot. There we go. That'll do. We need to get up to that balcony. Up on this balcony, there's a single coin. Now if we go in and head into the door, we can get inside the trash bin for a jar of medicinal herbs. And another single coin on the ground right there. I believe in the next room there are several weepers. Yes, several of them. There's a coin of 5 on the ground right there, so what I'd actually like to try for this is my new level 2 bend time. That was pretty great. Now we can head up here to get into another apartment. There's another weeper. We've got processed whale oil, medicinal herbs, and a bundle of king sparrow feathers. Two whale oils and a bone charm, the last one in this mission. Spiritual pool, you regenerate mana slightly faster. Regenerating mana sounds pretty good. I'll get rid of Voyeur. Last room we've got 2 single coins and another bottle of whale oil. And finally, we can head outside and we can get into the Boyle estate. Guard quarters key needed. Okay. Ah, which is right there. over here, we've got some copper wire. Yeah, let me look at my bone charms right quick, because... Yeah, let me ditch Water of Life and get Spirit Water instead. I'm sure I'll be able to find the fountain before long. Okay, so we got the copper wire. There are 2 more pouches to pickpocket off of guests next.
The party's indoors this time.
Here we go.
Another party game. It was fun for a season, but now?
What is it to...
Oh my, that's wicked. Who made that mask for you? It's exactly like the wanted posters.
That's going to cast a pall over the whole evening. I think I'm starting to enjoy myself.
Well, let's talk to people.
Are you going to be playing the Boyle's game?
I hear the whole 2nd floor is off limits tonight. Too many guests walking off with their valuables.
Welcome, sir. Oh, and we have a game tonight. Esma, Lydia, and Waverly are wearing identical costumes in white, black, and red. You'll have to work out which of your hosts is wearing which color. Good luck.
What did she expect? Told her they were trash.
Yeah, so those 3 disappeared now, but I think I can talk to this guy. Nope, I can't. That's fine, though. We got the gatehouse key off the doorman. That's pretty cool.
I'm watching you. I'm just doing my job.
Are they gonna care? Nope.
Say they didn't have a
Spiked grenade housing. Sticky grenades. Cool. The Exquisite Tallboy. Excerpt from a letter of public concern by anonymous authors. What you've read here is the truth, regardless of what you will hear from the authorities who rule over us. It is not a matter of coincidence that the former royal spymaster is the one who stepped in when the late Empress fell. We who will remain nameless believe that these events are interconnected. The signs of oppression are all around us. The Sokolov designs, originally intended to provide light and warmth in our homes, have been turned against us as a means of inspiring fear and controlling our movements through the city. And where did this plague originate? Some say it was imported. A wild theory? Perhaps. One of our members risked her life to obtain an internal report from the government, which we will be printing and sharing soon, called The Exquisite Tallboy, extolling the virtues of this newest member of the City Watch. To those in the streets below, these virtues are horrors, spread by stilted thugs who rain down fire on the sick and the poor. To these eyes, the Tallboy is another government bully, armed with incendiary devices, thickly armored and standing high overhead, looking down at the common people of the city. We now know that the Tallboys are heavily drugged, imbibing a substance that renders them resistant to pain, but also dulls whatever empathy they might normally possess. Exquisite? We think not. Copy these words and share them with your neighbors. And remember, when the tides are lowest, the truth will be revealed. We'll talk to these others.
Most of the guests are inside. Might be best if you joined them.
Cold nights, sir. Warmer indoors. I hope you're not lost, sir. You'll find everything inside.
Hello. The Boyles hope you have a wonderful time tonight. Allow me.
Stay in the courtyard for now. There's one other thing we need to do. We need to go to the garden and meet with Lord Shaw.
I hope you're not lost, sir.
Please
You'll
enjoy
find everything
yourself.
inside.
Inside.
Yes.
Lord Shaw has a pouch of 100 coin. And we've got a few other people to talk to.
I'm on duty. Talk to Lord Shaw.
Things are bad. Could the city get any worse?
Stand the party
Indeed,
either.
I believe.
If you have something to say it to Lord Shaw.
Well, let's talk to Lord Shaw. This is a note from Lord Trevor Pendleton.
Pendleton? What's he got to say to me?
Pendleton is a gutless, lying sack of shit. I hope he's paying you well for this.
It's damn cold tonight. Hurry up, and let's see what you're made of.
Be it noted that Lord Pendleton's representative has a pistol. You may proceed.
Dueling case. Oh, shoot.
A contest of honor will take place between this anonymous gentleman acting for the challenger, Lord Trevor Pendleton, and Lord Shaw, the challenged party. You will each turn and proceed to the marked positions and remain facing away from each other as I count down from 3. You may then turn and fire at
Get
will.
on with it. I'll kill this fool and we can all go back inside.
Sorry, my lord. We shall proceed. Stop. Stand right there. 3, 2, 1.
The pistol duel with Lord Shaw was a success.
And that's another patron dead. What do we do now?
It's lucky we're in demand. I hear the Estermonts pay top coin. Trying them tonight. Let's see if we can find a little brandy. Let the Boyles clean up the mess.
Alright. So, if we go through here, we'll be in the ballroom. I think we want to go to the foyer.
Should we gather for whiskey and cigars tonight?
Chances are very good.
I'll get that for you, sir.
Yep, let's go to the foyer. Or foyer, if that's how you prefer to say it.
Careful. We tried for a peek upstairs, and the man on duty is an ass.
I should have taught him some manners. This party is a sham.
I'm sure he's just doing his job. A party like this, anyone might have crept in.
Excuse me, my cousin is a marquis.
Of course I don't mean you, but people are desperate.
Oops. Okay.
2.
Oops.
1.
And that's another.
Alright, we have to be more careful
What do we do now?
pickpocketing those 3.
Should we gather for whiskey and cigars tonight?
Chances are very good.
Most of the guests are inside. Might be best if you join.
Careful. We tried for a peek upstairs, and the man on duty is an ass.
Boyle Party Guest Ledger. Lord Montgomery Shaw, Miss Adele White, Mr. Byron Alderdice, Mrs. Jane Blair, Mr. Jervil Crawford, Miss Ella Triss, Stephen Harding, Dr. Jack Ramsey, Lord Talmadge Estermont, Mr. Nels Jeffries, Lord Timothy Brisby, Lord Bernard Prismal, and Mr. Adam Pyle.
I should have taught him.
Sign the guest book.
Manners. This party.
You signed the guest book. Corvo Atano.
Sham.
I'm sure he's just doing his...
Okay, let's make an anchor save and see if I can figure out how to do this without getting
A party
spotted.
like this, anyone might have crept in.
Excuse me, my cousin is a marquis.
Of course I don't mean you, but people are desperate, and the Boyles are awfully wealthy these days.
Nonsense. Waverly just hires officers from the Watch to impress people.
Your obsession with the Boyle women. Will it never end?
Nope.
Stop! What are you doing?
Okay, we got all 3 of those. That's good.
That's quite a mask. Are you on the guest list?
Are you trying to guess which one is which? I was thinking of sneaking upstairs to look for clues. Or would that be cheating?
Try Miss White in the moth mask. I hear she's lonely.
You look like you're up to no good. You! Put the weapon away and get out of here before I put my men on you. Put that away and leave, or I'll have you put down. No weapons at the party. Put it away, sir. Guests are advised to limit their enjoyment to the ground floor. Maybe you should go elsewhere.
Okay. There must be a button to holster my weapon.
Enjoying yourself? What can I get for you?
Oh!
What can I get for you?
Oh! Did you hear about Mrs. Brimsley? You'll
Doing all
never
right there?
believe this.
What is it now?
What can I get for
She
you?
had her jobber pick up a boy in the street.
What can I
Barely
get for you?
16 years old. No family left.
I thought her interests were confined to her family.
I think she ran out of family
Hello, sir.
a while ago.
What's it all about? And how do you know this?
My servants heard it from hers, naturally. They were sexual rights, I can only assume. Or else, I heard she bathed in her own nephew.
You there,
Mischief
stop
are you
that.
up to?
What can I get for you?
You smell like the streets. Been slumming it, have you?
Oh, hello, I'm Ella. Enjoy the party, if you can. What do you think of this place? Think how much money they must have. And I've heard this is nothing compared to what's in the basement vault. I hear the key is upstairs in one of the bedrooms. If I could get it, I wouldn't even hesitate.
Lydia, Waverly, Esma, white, black, red. There has to be a clue upstairs as to who's who.
Here in the library, we've got 2 more pickpockets to do.
Doing all right there?
Oh, you, a gentleman?
I'll have you know I'm as gentle as I need to be in any given situation.
Stop at once.
As I think I've proven.
I told you not to bring that up.
There's a great deal I could offer you.
Don't be silly. The rumors say the Boyles practically own your estate.
What if I said I could get you out of the city, away from all this, to Serkonos or further?
I don't believe you, but if you're telling the truth, we should talk further. But not here. Go ahead, help yourself. I take everything I can carry. They'll never miss it.
Ramsey and Miss White.
Who invited you?
Enjoying
You
yourself.
don't look familiar, and I know everyone.
Oh,
Bother me again and I'll speak to the guards. That's it. If you're not on the guest list, I advise you to leave.
You're a scandal in that mask. I like a man with poor judgment. Would you get me a drink? I'd be so grateful.
Miss White in the moth mask asked for a drink. Okay. Also wandering around are the 3 Boyle sisters in red, white, and black, and they each have a purse for us to pickpocket as well.
It's so hot in here, I'd do anything for a drink. You there, stop that!
Welcome to my party. I don't believe you've
I'm
had
sure
the
in a
pleasure.
few
drinks, I'll find that mask funny.
What mischief are you?
I trust you are on the guest list, sir. Ooh, scary mask. Here's a mystery. Are you perhaps with the Campbells? A cousin?
Alright. Let's go to the cider fountain.
Come and entertain me.
And get Miss White a drink.
Don't bother me. I'm watching the hall.
Good evening. What can I get for you? Welcome to the party.
Okay. Let's go to the cider fountain then.
Evening, sir.
Anything
Doing
you
all
need,
right,
sir?
Oh!
What can I get for you?
You remember who's who, don't you?
Okay, we'll do this. We'll actually do this a bit later. We've got 3 more pickpockets to do here.
Who brought him, I wonder?
What mischief are you up to?
Wasn't Mrs. Brim.
There's one.
Hello,
Anything
sir.
you need, sir?
Welcome to the party.
2.
You there, I'm not here for conversation.
Ooh, scary mask.
Blow off, why don't you? This is the worst party of the year.
Cards.
I wish you were that assassin. Anything to be done with all this. All right, I'll go. I don't know why I came to a Boyle party of all places.
The Hungry Cosmos. Excerpt from a larger work on the movement of the spheres by Anton Sokolov. Once the curtain has been lifted, it becomes inescapable that we inhabit a world adrift in a sea of howling chaos, a terrible maelstrom in which all heavenly bodies orbit a devouring core. Though the trip could take many thousands of lifetimes, all cosmic objects are eventually dragged into this hungry nexus and forever cease to be. Though they are moved by eddies in the celestial medium, stars offer guide points in the otherwise perilous blackness. Our own sun holds its planets close in our inexorable course toward oblivion, giving us life and warmth until the end. Two more purses.
One sister's in red, one in white, one in black. I'm stumped. My wife thinks we should sneak upstairs to look for clues, but I don't like the looks of those guards.
Please, do you mind not interrupting us?
We also have the Boyle sextant here.
Go ahead, take it. Everyone does. I had a servant sew me an extra pocket.
Indeed.
I know your mission tonight. We must speak. Privately.
That's Lord Brisby. We already picked his pocket, so let's go talk to him.
I'm a friend of Pendleton's, and I've done a few favors for your cause. I know your purpose here tonight. And, how to say this, your target is the woman I love. I swear that if you'll bring her to me unharmed, you will never hear of her again. There's a cellar directly below the kitchen. I'll wait for you there. I'm not proud of this, but surely it's better than seeing her killed. Her name is Esma. I won't harm her, I swear. I'm a man of means. Just bring her to the cellar, and I will keep her safe with me. Forever.
So now we know the name of the one we're looking for. We just need to figure out which one is Esma.
Enjoy, my darlings.
Here in this bathroom, there's some hemlock essence, and I can even take a drink. Refill my mana. Perfect. There are 4 pouches to pickpocket in this
what
room.
What most people don't remember is, The rats came a half a year before the Empress died. And the plague, too.
Are you sure? That's not how I remember it.
If something caused this, it's not the Empress's passing. That's what they want you to think.
Watch what you're saying.
I say nothing against the Lord Regent. He's the only one holding this together. He'll make us great again.
Some of us will be great. The Boyles, at least.
Now. It's
Anything
just
you
luck
need,
they
sir?
found crystals on their land, and that we can't make the
Enjoying
road
yourself?
lights
Very
without...
nice.
Excuse me.
Welcome to the
We found
Boyles.
out what the whales could do, and it made us an empire. This is the beginning of a golden age.
Do you know they've dug down and found the ruins of another I need that prize.
Doing all right there?
Before the
get
upstairs,
upstairs,
before
one of
anything.
I bet they thought they were in a gold.
Excuse me.
You there, move along. Beat it! You shouldn't be here. Get wherever you're going. Okay, move it along. Get wherever you're going.
No guests past this point.
Good evening.
Welcome to the Boyle estate.
Careful, sir. You look like the dangerous type.
Cunning costumes. But there must be a way to guess.
So many choices
They say
tonight.
Lydia's the sloppy one.
Whom shall I?
And Waverly's a prude. Or is it the other way around? If only I could peek upstairs for clues.
You seem interesting. I love that mark on the back of your hat.
Think you'll get your own squad after what
Step
happened
back,
last
sir.
night? Never
I
know.
don't believe we're acquainted.
Alright. We're almost done here on the ground floor.
Enjoying yourself?
Let's hit the cider fountain. A drink for Miss White.
Lord Brisby has arrived.
Don't
Doing
you
all right
know
there?
how this suits me?
I trust you're behaving yourself. I heard Lord Brisby was looking for you. Making friends, I hope. You saw him too?
Anything you need, sir.
An unfortunate lapse of taste.
Anything you
Okay,
need.
she's done talking.
Welcome to the Boyle estate.
Hello again. I can't get over your mask. Enjoying yourself? So mysterious. Do you know? I think you might be lonely.
Okay, where's the one in red?
Is it true that more bone charms have been taken from apostates since the plague started?
Welcome to the Boyle estate.
Doing all right there?
There's the one in red.
Do cheer up. Tonight we're drinking with Death himself. Perhaps it's the outsider come amongst us.
Alright, now let's talk to Miss White.
Thank you so much. Now, how can I thank you? Are you playing Lady Boyle's guessing game? Well, I know for a fact that Waverly's in black tonight. In mourning for her reputation, I expect. Additionally, Lydia's in white.
Waverly Boyle is wearing black tonight, and Lydia is in white, which means Esma, the one we need, is the one in red. Lydia Boyle is wearing white tonight. Talk to the target.
What a handsome group of guards we have. I hope this plague lasts forever.
Assassinate Lady Boyle. No, mission clues. There we go.
Oh, hello, handsome.
I think I know your name.
Oh, really? Who am I then?
You're Esma, right?
In the flesh. Now, do you know what my sisters are wearing?
What color is Waverly's dress?
Silly, she's wearing black tonight. Oh my word, I wasn't supposed to say, was I? Lydia and Waverly will be so furious. This is exactly what they said would happen.
Perhaps you could give me a tour of the upstairs?
That sounds lovely. Why don't you come with me? Oh, my best friends are here. Isn't it wonderful?
Evening, madame.
You know, I have a dirty little secret. You can imagine who I'm seeing. I mean, if people only knew. But I'm only doing it to ensure the family name. It's too dangerous right now not to have proper connections. Truthfully, if I could get free of him, I would. You're more my type. Mysterious, silent, self-composed. I do believe this is going to be a fabulous evening.
So now we can knock her out and take her to the kitchen. Or to the cellar below the kitchen.
Keep your distance, sir.
Found her! Quickly, let's get her on board. At last. Oh, my love. Someday you will understand. You'll never know how happy you've made me. Someday she'll learn to appreciate me. After all, she'll have her whole life.
Excellent. Target neutralized. Lady Boyle.
What can I get for you? Hello, sir.
Okay, we'll do the cellar later.
Enjoying yourself?
I don't know why it won't let me choke him out, but... we're ready to begin searching the upstairs. But we've been going nearly 2 hours, so I think it's time we created an anchor save and ended this video. This has been Let's Play Dishonored. We have already taken care of our target. All that's left is to loot the rest of the Boyle house at our leisure and then escape with Samuel. Until then, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoy my videos, please consider clicking an ad, liking, sharing, or subscribing, any or all of which will really help me out. Regardless, please know that I really appreciate the time you spend watching and hope you have a fantastic day. Bye-bye.